Okay, so are you ready to get totally unnerved?
Always up for a good case of the literary chills.
Haha, right. Well, today we're taking a deep dive into Margaret Atwood's The Handmaid's Tale.
A classic for a reason.
I mean, it's one of those books, right? You think you know it. Gilead, The Handmaids,
Bonnet.
The Bonnets. But there's so much hiding beneath the surface.
Oh, absolutely.
Just layers and layers of chilling details,
Yeah.
symbolism.
Psychological mind games.
It's the kind of book that stays with you long after you finish reading.
Weeks later, you're still catching glimpses of red cloaks out of the corner of your eye.
Uh-huh, totally. But in all seriousness, Atwood's writing is just masterful. Like right from the first page, she drops us right into Offred's world. You know, that feeling of rough red cloth against your skin.
The weight of an empty shopping basket.
Exactly. The everyday mundane, twisted into something sinister.
It's that first-person perspective that really gets you. We're experiencing Gilead through Offred's eyes, feeling her fear,
Her confusion.
those tiny flickers of defiance.
And it makes it all the more terrifying because it's so relatable, you know? Like, this could happen, and the control, it's suffocating. Every single detail of life in Gilead is dictated by the state.
Right down to what you wear,
What you eat.
what you're allowed to read, think.
It's just, it's almost more unnerving than any physical violence, you know? It's that meticulousness, that total control that really gets under your skin.
Absolutely. It's like Gilead's trying to crush the human spirit itself.
Yes. And that's what makes Offred's resistance, even the smallest acts, so powerful. Like, did you catch how she refuses to call her room mine?
It seems like such a small thing.
Right. But it speaks volumes about her inner life, her refusal to be completely controlled. It's like that little ember of self that Gilead can't quite extinguish.
Exactly. She's clinging to her identity, even in an environment designed to strip it away.
It's like, I don't know, it's like trying to crush a wildflower, and no matter how hard you press, some part of it always pushes back towards the light.
And in Gilead, that light can come from some unexpected places. Like, take Serena Joy's garden, for example.
Serena Joy.
The commander's wife.
Talk about a complex character.
Right. She's got power, but even she's stifled by Gilead's rigid structure.
Totally.
Well, yeah.
And her garden with those tulips, it's like the symbol of her own internal rebellion, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely. Those vibrant, rebellious tulips pushing up through the carefully manicured flower beds. It makes you think about how deeply oppression can worm its way into every aspect of life, even the seemingly idyllic ones.
And speaking of symbolism, Atwood's use of color in this book is just masterful. I mean, the red of the handmaid's robes, it's so in your face.
Fertility, control.
But it also makes me think of blood, you know? Danger.
The ever-present threat of violence.
Yes. It's like this constant reminder of the stakes, and then there's the knitting.
Ah, the knitting. Seems so harmless, so domestic.
But in Gilead,
It takes on a whole new meaning.
control, for sure. But also, I don't know, I feel like it's a way for these women to channel their frustration, their rage even, into something tangible.
It's a way to hold on to a piece of themselves, their creativity, in a world that wants to take everything away.
And those memories Offred clings to. The way she flashes back to these fragmented images of her past, laughing with her daughter, the feel of running shoes on pavement, even just like the everyday experience of buying a cup of coffee. It's heartbreaking, you know, because you realize how precious those seemingly insignificant moments really are.
And how much has been lost.
Exactly.
But those memories, they're more than just nostalgia for Offred. They're a lifeline.
They really are. Because in a world where Gilead is trying to rewrite history, control the narrative, Offred's memories are an act of resistance.
A way of saying, you can't have this part of me.
Yes. It's like she's building this secret shelter in her mind where Gilead's rules don't apply. Each memory is a little act of defiance. It's like they're trying to shrink the world, you know?
Totally. Make it small enough to fit inside their little box of rules.
Exactly. And language is just another weapon in their arsenal. But even with that, Offred finds these little ways to rebel.
Oh, absolutely.
Her narration, for one. It's like she's winking at the reader, right? Slipping in these little asides, these observations that Gilead would never approve of.
It's her way of holding on to her own thoughts, her own voice.
Yes. And then there's that line, you know the one, Nolete te bastards carorondorum. Chills every time.
Scratched on the inside of that wardrobe, a message from the past smuggled into the present.
A secret inheritance from another handmaid. I mean, talk about the power of words, right?
It's like this little act of defiance, this spark of hope passed down from one generation to the next.
And then there's Moira. God, I love Moira. Talk about a force of nature.
Right.
Her escape from the Red Center. Every time I read that part, I'm like, go, Moira, go.
Yeah.
It's exhilarating.
It's such a powerful reminder that even in the bleakest situations, there are always those who refuse to be broken.
She's like this jolt of adrenaline to this story.
Yeah.
It makes you realize that escape, even in Gilead, is possible. But it also makes you think about, like, what would you risk for freedom?
What would you sacrifice?
Exactly.
And what does true freedom even mean in a world like Gilead?
Right, because it's not just about escaping physical boundaries, is it?
It's about holding on to your own mind, your own identity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And speaking of escape, we can't forget about Mayday.
That whispered network of resistance.
So much of it is shrouded in secrecy, but you know it's there, working in the shadows.
Those little acts of sabotage.
The whispers of rebellion.
People risking their lives to help others escape.
It's terrifying, but also incredibly hopeful. And then the salvaging.
That scene is...
Brutal.
It's almost unbearable to read.
It's like this punch to the gut. And the way Atwood describes it, so, matter of fact, it's just another day in Gilead.
That's what makes it so terrifying.
But it's not just about the violence. It's about the way Gilead uses these events to control the population.
The forced participation.
The way they make the handmaids complicit in their own oppression.
It's about breaking down their sense of self, their ability to resist.
And then they bring out the guardian.
Like a final twist of the knife.
It shows that no one is safe in Gilead, not even those in power. It's a society consumed by paranoia. It's like this constant fear.
Right. That at any moment the finger could be pointed at you.
Exactly. And what's so terrifying is that it's not just the big public displays of power that are scary. It's the little things.
Yeah.
The subtle ways Gilead controls your every move.
Like those Scrabble games the commander plays with Offred.
Oh, man. Those games. Okay, so at first glance, right, harmless.
A little strange, maybe?
Yeah, but the more you think about it, it's like this forbidden intimacy.
Totally. You can practically feel the tension crackling between them.
And then that moment when he offers her that fashion magazine.
Ugh, my heart just sank.
Right. Talk about a gut punch. It's like this tiny glimpse of life she's lost, and it just makes you realize how much Gilead has taken from these women.
The right to choose.
Yeah.
The right to express themselves, even through something as simple as clothing.
Right. Like, what object from your own life would feel that powerful if it were suddenly forbidden?
It makes you think about all the things we take for granted.
And then there's Nick.
Oh, Nick.
Talk about a complicated character, right?
Right.
Is he good? Is he bad? I'm still not even sure.
I go back and forth every time I read it.
Me too. But his relationship with Offred, it's electric.
It's this dangerous mix of desire, desperation.
Maybe even a flicker of genuine connection.
It makes you wonder if love can truly exist in a place like Gilead. Or is it all just a twisted reflection of the world they've been forced to live in?
Right. And just when you think Offred is completely alone, bam, the new Auckland steps up.
And reveals herself as part of Mayday.
Talk about an empowering moment. It's like, even in this oppressive society, the seeds of resistance are still there, waiting for the right moment to bloom.
And it shows that anyone can be a hero. It doesn't have to be some grand, sweeping gesture. Sometimes courage is quiet. It's hidden in plain sight.
Yes. And then that ending, oh my God, that ending.
You lack fair.
Is she escaping? Is she being captured? We don't know. Atwood just leaves us hanging.
Torture. Pure torture.
I know. But then she throws us that curveball, right?
The historical notes.
Brilliant. Suddenly we're ripped out of Offred's first-person narrative.
And thrown into this academic conference, centuries in the future.
It's jarring.
It makes you question everything you've just read.
Totally. And Professor Piexoto, with his detached analysis of Gilead.
That's chilling, right?
Like, he's talking about these people like they're specimens in a jar.
And yet even he has to acknowledge the power of Offred's story.
Right. The fact that it survived. That it found a way to reach us.
It's a testament to the power of storytelling, and a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit finds a way to endure.
You know, that's what makes The Handmaid's Tale so brilliant. It's this terrifying dystopian novel, but at its core, it's about resilience, right? It's about hope. And those tiny acts of resistance that can spark a revolution.
It's a book that stays with you, makes you question everything.
And reminds us that we all have a role to play in fighting for what we believe in.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe don't read it right before bed.
Unless you're up for a few nightmares.
Seriously.